Alrighty, I should be back. Please confirm or deny. Actually, denying would be kind of difficult, wouldn't it? Alright, I'm back. Thank you. Appreciate that. So, I hope the... Nope, frame don't stop. Well, that's unfortunate. Oh well, I hope they're not going to be too bad. Your favorite version of that song is actually Final Fantasy 13-2. Interesting. I don't think I've heard that one. Yeah, I hope the frame drops are not too bad. It looks like it's only quite, like, a few at a time. And it wasn't all that many so far, but oh well. Maybe I should try to connect to Korean server instead. And suddenly music. That was a really weird introduction to the music. I'll give it a listen. Good old Japanese feel to it. Nice. I just learned a thing. I don't know what I learned though. I love learn the thing. You just forgot to keep play. Testing. Holy water removes the zombie status, by the way. In case anybody's curious what that exactly does. Zombie status is kind of interesting in this game. It makes your character auto-attack one of your own characters in the team. And you can use that to your advantage too, interesting enough. So, break we always want, bio we always want. Do we want bio? I think we do. And then I don't have any money anymore, and we're going. If you want to power level, by the way, you can power level really easily in this castle here. Just have a Beastmaster or 2 or 3 or 4, for that matter, with control, and just take over the Shield Dragon and defeat it with its own attacks, which is a really high amount of experience. But I don't feel like I need that. Maybe I should have the ninjas in the front row, but I don't have good weapons for them to attack with yet. I could have technically bought some, but oh well. I hope the scrolls are going to be sufficient until way later. Mogul! Poor Mogul. Yeah, weak against lightning. How convenient. They are weak against lightning. How convenient. This thing is not weak against lightning, but I think it still takes damage from it. And it doesn't have that much HP. How convenient. 4,400 gil. So this is where we are entering the territory where there's actually a bunch of chests that are really worthwhile to get. First strike. Oh yeah, that's true. Ninjas have an innate ability of first strike where they have an increased chance of getting a preemptive on random enemies. Well, it's another reason to master ninja, because that is a passive that the freelancer will be able to learn later. I'm not going to grind out abilities or classes in Gala's Castle. No, I'm going to grind out them. I'm going to grind them out in the void. That's going to be a fair bit further away, but I think that is how I'm going to handle it. How many more do I have? 40 scrolls. 40 is going too long. Be enough for a while. But this guy here, he is susceptible to instant death and undead. So you can see where that is going. Alright, we just learned Vigilance on Ferris, so I can finally turn Ferris into something else. Although, now I'm starting to get used to the dash. So I'm not sure whether I should do that. Also, by the way, don't go over the desert unless you know you can take on the thing that is in there. I don't plan taking it on. Yeah, we can turn Ferris now into something else. But do I turn you into Ferris? A Bart? Bart is not useful yet. White Mage? Not useful right now. Maybe just go straight up Summoner. Yeah. Vigilance, prevent back attacks. Alright, let's go. Oh, right, wrong way. Alrighty. Muggle! Muggle! Oh, I'm sorry. Koopa! Actually, hang on. So we had... Sprint, level 3 ability. If I turn you into a thief for now... Was it you? Might have been you. The worst thief. No, nobody else was a thief before. But I could go to level 3 ability, so 2 people could have dash in the end. Koopa! You started series runs as Azure Dreams. Beat your PB yesterday? Hey, that sounds awesome. That night, congratulations. That sounds really awesome. Well then, how do you like running it so far? Moogle suit. We used the Moogle suit in order to get another elf cape. Only the second one now because I didn't grab the first one. I guess I could have gone to grab the first one with Titan and Tau. Oh, so I'm waiting here. Anyways, now you can equip everything. I'm not sure about Dancing Dagger on you. It increases agility and also magic power. But Mage Masher also does the thing. Oh well. We like it so much. Your times are surprisingly close to each other's, even though the game is heavily randomized. That's pretty neat, actually. That means you are at least at some level of proficiency, where it seems to even out over the course of the game. The mini-map is broken. Ah, that's unfortunate, Ryok. Alrighty, what's up next? Should I catch a frog for the Kornaga Gourd? First of all, I need to buy Gaia armors, 3 pieces. So Gaia armor is the most important one because that will give me access to Titan. Do I need that actually? Huh, I may not need that considering that the lightning scrolls are actually pretty competent in what I try to accomplish. Actually, maybe I should use... I've only thought about the tower that is coming up with Atmos on top. And I thought, Titan is pretty good against this thing. But then again, I might as well use lightning scrolls there and use Titan for other places. Oh yeah, one thing that is actually going to be interesting. I don't have to walk outside anymore. I have an exit spell from now on, pretty much. Actually, I can buy lightning scrolls here, right? I can at least in the wolf village. I know that for certain. So I really don't have to worry about running out of lightning scrolls, because that was my biggest worry. I figured I couldn't get any more lightning scrolls until way later in the game, but that's not true. I can still get lightning scrolls, so I'm going to just keep using them. And flame scrolls for that matter. The biggest downside right now is that we don't have more than just Lena, who can use both throw and also has some form of proficiency in some form of magic. Because that would increase the magic power. Right, this is where we get teleport. The hero cocktail. Right, I don't actually use this one, do I? This is not my first playthrough of the GBA version. No, it's not. There is an opening race to the Forge of Fiesta season every year, and the last 2 years I've been in that opening race, so I've done actually even some form of minor speedrunning in this game, you could say. Although it's under the Forza Fiesta rule set where I'm only allowed to use 4 of the character chop classes at a time. Alrighty. In this case I actually don't really need the Golem or Titan either, but I still want... Titan is really powerful. I feel like I should just go with it. Get some holy waters. Some high potions. Some more phoenix stones. I don't have enough money now for the thingies, do I? Oh well. I've however never beaten the bonus dungeon of the GBA version, and I would like to have no spoilers for that because that's going to be new for me. It's going to be interesting. It's kind of like a challenge on top of a game that I'm already really familiar with, and that's kind of exciting. So yeah, please no spoilers on that. We'll appreciate that. Gaia Gear. Nice, we kind of get 3. Precisely what I was looking for. Or whatever. Ninja suit? Actually, you get the Gaia Gear, buddy. So what Gaia Gear allows me to do is deal 50% more damage with earth-based attacks. And earth-based attack include Titan. By the way, thankfully not all passives are applied to when you master all chop classes, because otherwise, if you master Berserker, you would have a passive Berserk. That would be kind of bad. But that is actually one of the exceptions, I guess. That is technically a passive, but I guess you could say that exclamation mark Berserk is always equipped for that matter. I guess that makes sense too. Oh yeah, this guy is floating, so your summons are not going to be that useful. If it can, I guess, not be too terrible. At least if you have the appropriate rod. Speaking of rod. There's a fire rod. Flame rod here. Flamethrower. That works. Should be pretty decent actually. He's not weak to fire or lightning or anything in particular. It's just that's a quick attack that is really efficient. Oh, that guy is weak against that though. Interesting. I should have just thrown a lightning straw, honestly. Bye. That would go surprisingly well. So those Aqua Thorns, if you catch and release them as a Beastmaster, they cast something like instant death. And more cutscenes. Oops. It's going to be the longest cutscene for a while here. Afterwards we have a good chunk of gameplay. Did I know that my episode is the most popular one? Interesting. I imagine it probably also has something to do with it being the first one. People tend to start at the beginning. Maybe. Although it also really depends on which type of personality is on your podcast, I guess. How is that going, by the way? I appreciate that, Sun Knight. Maybe you may want to post a link to your channel so people actually know what you're talking about, in case they're curious about, well, getting a little bit of insight into various speedrunners, not just me, but also other speedruns that are reasonably well known, I guess. I'm glad to hear that. So, I will be using flame scrolls for the upcoming area because most enemies are susceptible to fire. I guess if I had throw with a mage type class, I could equip a flame rod, and on top of already having mage class power in terms of offensive, it would also be powered up through the flame rod on top of it. Thank you, Sad Knight. I mean, why not? I think you're doing something unique, and that is also quite enjoyable, so might as well plug it once in a while. Alrighty. Finally able to start moving again. Briefly going into the magic shop to see whether there's anything new. I don't think there's anything new in particular. Blink and Shell, actually there is kinda. One has ninja weapons, I think. The other one has other stuff. A dark bow. I definitely want to get a dark bow. It's one of the things that I'm looking for. Having a more or less reliable source of blind is the goal. Don't need that anymore for a while. Maybe I could use it at some point, but not now. If only I had Beastmaster already, I guess. Speaking of which, I forgot to buy it catch at 25%. That's okay. I guess throw is actually way further away with the ninja than I anticipated. Oh well. So on this mountain here, there's various chests on the side that give the opportunity to gain a tremendous amount of money, and I will do exactly that. You know what? Ferris? No, Summoner Ferris is fine. Okay, now this is why we need Flame Scrolls. You could use Phoenix Downs on them. But Phoenix Downs are not reliable. Flame Scrolls would be 100% reliable. I wasn't sure how long it would take to take out one of them, but this looks actually like it's pretty awesome. Just 2 flame scrolls and this does the trick. Honestly, I did not expect how much of an impact Lena's 3 level in black magic would have. This is way stronger in comparison to how much damage the flame scrolls from Romp do, just thanks to the increased magic stat of Lena's black magic. I really did not expect that making such an impact. So around here is where we want to get into an encounter with a Golem. Oh, no, never mind, not this one. In the next area is where we want to get into an encounter with Golem. Where... well, I guess I did not mean this next area. Whatever. This area here is what I mean. This is also where we gain the elusive bone mail. Come on, Golem. Play with me. There we go. I don't want to actually kill Golem, by the way. But these guys here, interestingly enough, they are not susceptible to instant death and such. There we go. And a win. So this way we get the Golem Summon, which is kind of a big deal. Because the Golem Summon is insanely good. It absorbs an incredible amount of physical damage from all sorts of enemies, so you absolutely, every 100% of the time, if you have the summoner, you want Golem. There is no question about that. Summoner wielding a flame rod throwing throws is quite good too, yes. Which is actually kind of what I was just mentioning earlier. But the problem is that I'm not going to get that until at least one of my characters has the throw ability inherently. And this is why you don't use Phoenix Stones. They're just not reliable. Plus they're really expensive. 1,000 per throw. Hypnocrown. I wonder whether I actually should keep the Hypnocrown. Hypnocrown increases your chance of taking control of an enemy by a lot. Like when you use control from a Beastmaster. And that may or may not be relevant in that upcoming bonus dungeon. If you dual wield on a summoner or mage, does 2 rods increase the spell damage? Yes, actually it does. Interestingly enough, it only does that with dual wield. Let's say you have a way of increasing spell damage through an armor or something like that, and then also through your weapon. It only counts one of them. Actually, don't know how I figured that out. I don't even know where that occurs, for that matter. At least not right now. Where does that occur? I just realized that Blue Magic Flamethrower is probably cheaper than Titan. Oh, and it doesn't work. Aha! I didn't need Titan for that matter. Actually not entirely sure how I'm going to be taking on the boss just now. Like, the boss is going to be no problem. I'm just kind of thinking, what is the quickest way of taking it out? Fastest for that matter. Yeah, I don't remember where I figured that out. Because the only armor I can think of that increases your spell damage or element is actually Earth. Oh wait, maybe I thought Poison Rod increased Earth damage, not poison damage. But actually I don't know. I do know that rods do stack, however. They do stack. I'm just going to go this way. Does the same apply to a ninja using barehanded and throwing weapons or shurikens, both of physical damage? Barehanded increases your strength by a tremendous amount if you equip it. So that's why it usually deals more damage, I guess. I actually do not know whether it does anything beyond that, so I couldn't answer you that question. Well, Earthquake is not nearly as good as I hoped it would be. Actually, this thing is susceptible to... It isn't heavy, so Deathclaw should work, actually. Oh wow, it actually worked first try! This thing, however, has a lot of magic defense, is what I wanted to say. So chances for it to work are kind of low. Never mind. I've gotten really lucky this run. Yeah, I'm not sure how barehanded works, but I actually also have no idea how throw works for that matter. If throw increases damage by having more attack power or strength, then, which would kind of make sense, then barehanded will usually deal more damage with it, because it just increases your strength by a lot. It gives you literally monk strength. Where is my time mage? There you are. Oops, no, not some vigilance we want, so you prevent back attacks, my friend. You have the Hypnocrown equipped. Well, maybe it will end up being useful. Hypnocrown is really worth a lot of money, so that's why I usually just immediately sell it. But in this case, I think it's better if I just keep it for now. Because it may end up being way better that way around. Way past your bedtime already, Igora. I wish you a good night, thank you for dropping by, and sleep well. Take care. Maybe I should. I really want somebody with dash actually now, because I'm getting used to the movement again in this game, so dash would actually help me in the long run. So I'm going to turn you into a thief for now, my friend. Just to let you learn dash. Although, wait. How much longer until you would learn blue magic? pretty soon, so no, never mind. Ah, that's so awkward. Oh, there is a great sword laying in the moat. And if nothing else, it's worth like 5,000 gold. It's actually a pretty decent single target weapon, so I may want to use it against some enemies that have more attack and I just use a knight for them. But I wouldn't really remember anything like that right now. Do you think barehanded changes the formula for unarmed attacks or something? Yes, it does, but that's unarmed attacks when you use the attack command or something that triggers the attack command. But I don't think it applies to throw. Throw, as I said, if throw is based on strength, barehanded will pretty much certainly increase your throw damage because it gives you the monk strength. So next boss is going to be Gilgamesh. Do I actually want to steal from him? I don't think I care. Maybe the Genji shield is going to be useful, but beyond that, Genji armor has really high defense. But I feel like the crystal armor is going to trump that most of the time, since it is lightning resistant. Shurikens use strength. You are very likely right about that, Ep or Eevee. I just don't know. I know for certain they use magic for scrolls, yes. I just don't know the shurikens end of things. I think the Genji helmet actually prevents a few status effects, so it might be worthwhile for me to just try and steal it in the end. So I guess Ferris is going to go back into thief mode. Actually, I can just give Ferris the steal command. That would be sufficient. Yeah, I'm just going to give Ferris the steal command. Oops, what am I doing? No! I accidentally unequipped you the thing. Actually, you don't need anything. Wait, no, if I give you the steal... Well, actually, you don't need Vitherlands until later. It's fine. There's no random encounters for now. Do I want float? It would have a very niche use against X-Death, but not really because I'm going to use 4 catch and releases anyways. So no. Wait, where is this? I am in the correct place. I'm so confused. Oh, Dustin stuff, thank you! Thank you very much for subscribing with Twitch Prime, I really appreciate that. Welcome to you. Well, I'm glad you enjoy your stay, thank you so much. Oh, I'm a dummy. I remember. I need to go into Guido's cave first. Ew, okay, never mind, so we do need vigilance. I forgot about Guido's cave entirely. Thank you, Dustin stuff. That's really kind of you. Actually, no, Guido's cave is later. Derp. I just need to sing Guido's cave first. But yeah, thank you very much for using your Twitch Prime on my channel. I really appreciate that. For anybody who does not know what Twitch Prime is, it's essentially a free subscription that you get if you have Amazon Prime and connect it to your Twitch account. So if you do have Amazon Prime and have not used your Twitch Prime yet, I suggest that you use it. Not necessarily here, but at least use it on some streamer that you like, because it's an easy way to support them for not that much effort. You will have to manually renew it each month, but a lot of you will also get their emotes and stuff, so it's kind of nice actually. So never mind, you're going to get steel again. I'm going back and forth. Long time lurker, I see. Thank you so much, Dustin stuff. I'm going to save before I do anything else. Because even though it's kind of an... Actually, I don't see me losing against this guy ever. But hey, crazier things have happened. Alrighty, upcoming boss is going to be Gilgamesh again. Enjoy your music. And after Gilgamesh drops below a certain threshold of HP, he will call in his friend Enkidu, which, as soon as he calls him, he will heal Gilgamesh for about 4000 damage, or 4000 health, essentially resetting our progress back to 0. Enkidu, then, we want to take care of him first. He heals with White Wind, which is an ability that heals equivalent to how much damage you deal. How much HP you have. Excuse me. But Enkidu also has an ability called Vampire that in the GBA version actually deals damage equivalent to how much HP you're missing and heals you for that amount. Which, by the way, I think that's a bug, because every other version only heals and deals damage for 50% of the HP you're missing. Either way, he's kind of dangerous at low HP, but at the same time at the high HP he is going to heal a lot, so we should kind of try to take care of him right away. That's the plan. Need it, need it, need it, need it. So, we can fight the goblins that are here, but we only actually need to fight this guy here. He has 1000 HP. And he has actually a surprising amount of ability points and health and experience. Health? Gold. But we are just going to go here. Nice dodge. Okay, that's not entirely useful. Pretty low damage there. Hey, Genji gloves. I thought it was the Genji helmet. I would not have equipped steel for the Genji gloves. It's an accessory, pretty decent defense, but overall not really worth it, I dare to say. The effort, that is. So it's just going to summon Titan here for a while. Titan has really good damage. Unfortunately, Galuf doesn't really have anything of equivalent. But Galuf's Deathclaw will be what I'm going to be using against Enkidu. Right there he is. Lena and Rump will just continue throwing scrolls in order to take down Gilgamesh. You summon Titan. So Gilgamesh is about 3000 HP lower than where he was before. Deathclaw. He is not heavy, which means you can actually use Deathclaw on Enkidu. Also, I dare to say, Gilgamesh doesn't deal a whole lot of damage. Plus, our Lightning Scrolls might actually just be able to take care of this Enkidu guy. Oh, Vampire! Oh, that's good, because Enkidu would have full healed and also kill one of my characters if that hits. So we got lucky there that it didn't hit. Alrighty. Enkidu done. And also Gilgamesh is going to fall very soon at this point. So, and I think I should go and buy more Thunder Scrolls before I go anywhere else. Because the upcoming section, using Gaia is not terribly great, because the little guys with the magnet are floating, so you can't hit them with earth-based attacks. Everything else would... Actually, no, that's not true. Gaia would be good, but it's just not good enough, let's put it that way. So... he told us to hurry. I am going to hurry, don't worry. Let's see real quick. Straight to the left is good. I always thought it was southeast of where the other island is, but considering that this bridge here connects to the Gill Turtle Cave, I guess I need to reconsider that idea. Either way, we are going back to the Wolf's place real quick and buy more Lightning Scrolls. Because even though they are going to be, relatively speaking, less and less efficient in damage, they are still going to be tremendously helpful for quite a while. Alrighty. Give you a few flame scrolls and there we go. I should have probably bought flame scrolls before I went over to Gilgamesh ship. Or the ship, well, whatever, you get the idea. The place where we fought Gilgamesh. That way around. Alrighty. Did I get sleep? I think I have sleep. Pretty sure I did get sleep. Because otherwise this is going to be a little bit awkward, although not terribly difficult, for that matter. Talking about how to deal with the boss coming up. So the boss on top of here has 20,000 HP, and he will spam Comet as long as all 4 characters of yours are alive. As soon as one character is dead laying on the ground, that character will get sucked towards the portal, and if it reaches the portal before you revive it, it's going to disappear. And since there's no more dead character on the field, because that one just disappeared, it's going to kill another character with Comet. Because Comet is insanely powerful, you're not going to escape that anytime soon. Let me tell you that much. Wait, didn't that heal me? I thought he just healed me. I guess he didn't. Alrighty, upcoming, I don't need to fight the red dragon here, but later on I will fight either a red dragon or a yellow dragon, and then we'll need to prepare for that. I think I'm just going to break rods if it's a red dragon. The neons are actually slightly irritating, nothing too bad though. I think they cast flash on you to blind you. I really like blinding enemies, because the chance to hit just plummets to almost nothing. Those are Reflect Knights. They have innate reflect as their name may suggest. And they also have a 1 in 16 chance to drop a reflect ring. Right now I can't think of any reason as to why I would need a reflect ring. Okay, but those guys, or this area here is where I actually mainly wanted to use Gaia as in Titan summon for, but you know, lightning strikes are just so much better. So let's see, how much more? Way more for Lording Throw anyways. Blue Magic might already be almost there for Gallop, however. By the way, Geomancers, if you don't have access to Scrolls, or Ninjas for that matter, are surprisingly good around here. Because very often, at least outside, it will cast Wind Cutter, which is a lot of damage to all enemies. So over here is where we will meet our red dragon or 2 yellow dragons. Neither encounter is particularly pleasant, or easy for that matter. I want 1 summoner, at least, in order to use Golem, shield against physical attacks. Hey, a Reflect Ring. I'm not sure what I want to do with that yet. 1 in 16 chance, it's pretty good actually. Reflect Rings are really good and useful in specific situations, but I'm not going to run into those situations because I can kill everything quickly. So, 1 summoner. This is where I guess turn you into Black Mage briefly. Frost Rot. You're also going to be Black Mage very briefly. I don't know if the first strike even stacks for that matter. We only have 2 Frost Rods, so Galaf, I guess you can stay Blue Mage. At least 1 Blue Mage is good anyways. Alright, let's hope that we get this. first try here. Ew. Oh wow, you actually have the thing equipped, that's bad. At the same time, so weirdly useful. But this thing is both undead and also absorbs fire and is weak to ice. Oh, that was Blizzard rather than Blizzara. Okay, we should be fine here though. I'm just going to break the Frost Rod. And we should have him, I think. Might that ring be useful for crystal bosses? Not really. It's very... Okay, we got it. There's a very intriguing problem, you could say, about crystal bosses. Actually, not you. If you go with a reflect ring. And that is, even though you can reflect a lot of the abilities and you're pretty much safe, because they absorb the elements that they're casting, you're going to heal them through the reflect ring, and potentially you don't have enough damage output to just kill the crystals before it can use another ability. And so you might be in trouble there. Doesn't matter. So you're going to become a ninja again real quick. You're going to be a ninja as well again. Do I have one reflect ring? No, I don't think so. Alright, oh wait, the main reason why I even have the gold hairpin is I can equip it. Gold hairpin reduces all your magic cost by 50%. So it's really good actually. I wasn't sure whether he was absorbing lightning based damage, so I decided to use... I don't think this works, does it? Yeah, it doesn't. So I decided to use... Flame Scroll as the second throw dash. But now that I know lightning is fine, we equip it. My eyes run so much faster all of a sudden. You should be slower actually, preferably. If Moonring Blades, you have Dancing Dagger, that's probably the reason. You get the Dancing Dagger now. Alright, and I should have actually already prepared for this, shouldn't I? Oh well, this should be fine. Speaking of which, you already have Gaia Gear, that's fine. Oh, random encounter. That's actually oddly convenient. I'm going to kill you off. Or trying to anyways. You don't deal enough damage to yourself. Do not hit that guy, please. Another reflect ring, really. Alright, the reason why I killed off my friend the ninja rump here is because we need to sleep this boss first before we do anything else. And this boss is susceptible to sleep. So weird. It also has 20,000 HP. So this entire AI script that I'm talking about him using comment and such is only going to come to fruition if he actually can do anything. You wouldn't think of a portal or weird mouth type Kirby creature like that to be able to get put to sleep, but you can indeed put him to sleep. So you just keep throwing trolls. We need to deal 20,000 damage total to this thing. You use Titan. Oh, and you sleep it. The chance to hit sleep is actually not that great, but sufficient. It appears. Do the media! For the tournament, thank you for the host, and also welcome to you. I hope you're doing well. Thunder Rod, that's fine. Actually, I think Bio is better. Too bad I didn't get a break, another rod thingy. Yeah, hey me, for the tournament, how are you doing? Welcome to you. Let's see whether Thundara is better. Nope, Bio is better. So I could have had a Venom Rod that increases poison damage, but I forgot about getting one actually. Too late. At least we have Bio, so that's not terrible. You might be wondering, hey, why don't you revive that other guy there that's lying on the ground in order for him to add damage? Well, the others just deal more damage, really. It's not really that relevant how much damage we get per turn. I guess it's a little bit relevant in the end. Just breaking the thunder rods, no. Yeah, this thing is just a gigantic damage sponge, essentially. If you don't figure out how to deal with him, like keeping a character dead so he doesn't spam Comet, there's other methods of dealing with him for that matter. Like keeping one character dead, killing somebody else and then reviving like one character before he gets absorbed entirely, etc. Did I beat the game before the GBA dungeon? No. I think beating the game is going to be the last thing that I do for the tournament. Alrighty, we all already beat Atmos. Yeah! Hooray! So next up is going to be the crystals, but before that I need to go through the forest. The forest has wyverns, which are pretty powerful creatures, but I think this is where I start using physical attacks again with at least some of my characters. As ninjas, that is. Well, I mean, it is kind of post-ish game dungeon, it's completely optional. Actually, I don't really know when it opens. Now that I think about it, I only know when you can get the classes. I don't actually know when you can enter the dungeon. That's a really good question. GBA, Final Fantasy 5. Oh wait, that keyboard doesn't work because there's not plugged in. GBA. Bonus dungeon. Let's read that up real quick. The Sealed Temple. The Sealed Temple, known as the !K before entering its depths, is a secret dungeon in Final Fantasy V Advance and mobile/Steam version. It is located underwater south of Phantom Village and contains 4 crystal shards with jobs Cannoneer, Gladiator, Oracle and Necromancer, although the last one not received until the dungeon's main boss is beaten. Enua arrived here after being seemingly absorbed by the void. In the temple, players can find the strongest enemies and bosses, including Omega Mark II and Neo Shinryu. After obtaining the tablets and the 12 legendary weapons, the temple can be entered and the party can acquire 3 of 4 new jobs. After beating Neo Extef, the final boss, the switch at the first chamber can be triggered. And the entrance is here. Oh, you actually have to beat the main game first. Yes, it is after Extef, in fact. So you were correct about that with the tournament. So I have to beat the game first anyways. So I'm perfectly fine with that. Thank you for asking that question. That is very handy. Because I thought I could just teleport outside before beating Neo Extef. And that would be fine, but that would not have been fine this way around. Alrighty, we have a submarine now. Now I can plan better? Yeah, something like that, sure. No, the plan doesn't change aside from me killing Neo Extef before I'm actually going back. I meant to grind in the void for a while anyways, gain a few levels up to, I don't know, 40, 45 or so. And then also grinding out ability points on other characters that I don't normally... Well, so I don't try to grind out ability points in less efficient places, to say the least. That's the current plan. Do I need Odin for that? I guess I could use the summons instead. I can always get Odin later. Why did I go to the right side anyways? This is slower, isn't it? Yeah, I mean, I meant to enter the void anyways. Then backtrack out of it after I've grinded enough chop class points and stuff. And also I need to get the... Well, I don't need, but I want to get the weapon from Shinryu, the Ragnarok blade, for at least one of my dual-wielding X-Fighter dudes. I actually don't know which other weapons I'm going to be using. Maybe the Excalibur, I guess, would be decent, but beyond that, I have no clue. Muramasa could be interesting. We'll see. We'll see. One of the new jobs has more AP and less enemy encounters as a passive, and another has more experience and more enemy encounters. Oh. Interesting. Which one does have more experience and more enemy encounters? I don't think it changes on how I'm going to approach this stuff. So... you're going to be no longer... whatever you are right now. You're going to be back to become a blue mage for a while until you finally learn blue magic, buddy. You're actually almost there with blue magic, curiously enough. You have a bone mail right now? I guess that's kind of yours anyway, so that's okay. I'm just kind of currently thinking, do I have an easy way of confusing enemies? Dancing Dagger works. I didn't buy Confuse as a white mage spell, did I? I'm actually going to make you into Dancer for now. No back attacks, please. I see, that's fair, Tira. The thing is, I'm going to grind on movers anyway, so it doesn't really matter too much. Since they give so much ability points anyways, I'm going to be done rather quickly. And the thing is... oh my god, are you serious? Oh, that's going to kill me. Okay, would have killed me. I didn't realize those guys would actually survive. That's a lot of damage right there. And we learned Vampire! Hooray! Oh my goodness. Those things are actually really spooky when you do this kind of attack. I think I would want to have Ferris use Gaia instead. Oh goodness. Okay, they didn't counterattack. Yay. Blue magic cannot be silenced, by the way. Oh my goodness. I expected those to actually kill that thing. I know. Way less damage than I anticipated you doing. Okay, that's the things I expected to face here. I should actually go in the front row if you with some decent weapons. I want him to transform into something. That's not what I was looking for, unfortunately. Also, I didn't get too confused anyway, so it's okay, I guess. Oh yeah, I definitely should have gone for weapons first, I guess. Those things have so much more HP than I remember them having. How much HP do you have? I don't think each individual form has their own HP. There we go. Wow. You have a 1 in 16 chance of dropping a light rod, which increases your holy elemental damage, or a holy rod, I guess. And oh my goodness, this could take a while. When you break it, it casts holy. It's pretty crazy good. Right, I wanted to give you proper weapons, but I don't have proper weapons for you, do I? Transform. Still the wrong one. I'm looking for another transformation. So which weapons do you have equipped? Dancing Dagger. I actually want to give this over to the other guy down there. I needed to equip those doors though, in order to actually use them. Derp. Sword dance, 8 times damage. That's scratch. I'll make sure I equip you with proper weapons. Magos is actually really good. Dancing Dagger is even better than that. You get an Elemental. 10 for more defense. You have a ribbon, I forgot about this. You get... Mage Master is actually fine. Wait. You go in the front row and you go in the front row. Preemptive strike. Okay. Sword dance. Bam. Sword dance. Bam. And he's still not dead. Just wanted to point that out. These things have just a ridiculous amount of health. Those metamorphs transform into enemies that could actually be useful in terms of me trying to acquire certain certain abilities. So he's just using Blizzard on himself right there. When he's confused, only physical attacks will revert him out of the confusion. I'm not going to attack with you for now. I could do Sky actually. Also dance, even though it does have a substantial physical portion, is not considered a physical attack. Like, this is not going to knock him out. The thing is, I wanted to learn White Wind here, which is why I have a dancer in my party. In order to try and confuse the thing that can use White Wind on me. Velocity, thank you for the raid and the host, I appreciate that. And welcome everybody, I hope you're having a nice day over there so far. I want him to transform before I potentially use Tempting Tangle to confuse him. Oh, this guy. So he could blind himself now. Not. By the way, you only get the rare drop from those guys if... Do you actually kill them while they are in their human form? Kitty record raid! Did you get a new record? What did you play, Velocity? Welcome to you. How are you doing? What's in the Metamorph's hand? Is it a bomb? I think it's supposed to be just like an orb or something like that. You know how spellcasters and wizards do? Warframe. I actually don't really know anything about Warframe at all, to be honest with you. War Within, which is a quest. Alrighty, I hope you enjoyed that. We found a skip, which was a free world record, but even without the skip we would have had the record. That's nice. That's pretty awesome. Congratulations! Are we there yet? We are there finally. Oh my goodness, that took ages. No time to play with the skip a bit more. Good luck with that. Warframe is a free-to-play shooter. That's one of the better free-to-play games. Hi. Okay. That sounds decent. Alrighty. By the way, I should take a short break sometime soon in order to get some food, I think. Hope it's all going too well. Actually, quite fine, yes. I'm making pretty steady progress through this game. Which is kind of the entire idea. I need to get White Wind from the Magic Dragons, and I think I'm also going to get Era from the Magic Dragons, probably. Oh, before that we need to actually get outside, which means we're going to be... time each just for a second, because then we can teleport. It's really convenient. And then you are going to go back to being a summoner for now. With Vigilance, so we don't have any back attacks, kind of like before. Then we are also going to... Oh, you learned blue, didn't you? Yes, okay. Galuf learned blue, so we can actually give you blue as a... No, wait. No, wait, I need you to be a ninja too, actually. Oh. Do you have anything that increases agility? You do. I'm actually going to give this over to Galuf. So because I want Galuf to be faster than Hormp, since he will deal more damage thanks to having blue magic now equipped on him as a ninja. We only need cut up a plus. I don't think so. If I need to petrify something, I'm going to use Mystic Knights anyways with Breakblade. So no, I don't need cut up a plus. Sorry, that summon is going to stay where it is. So, and here we, for the first time in a while, get our highest level magic spells. We definitely want Berserk. Do you have Blink already? No, I do. Shell. Do I really need Shell? Who knows? Kuraga. We will eventually need Kuraga. Actually, let's just get it right now. Which reminds me, you're going to go in the front row. And I'm going to give you 2 air knives. 1 air knife is for Ferris. Is it for Ferris? I don't know what I do with the last air knife. Oh well, I bought air knives. I need Dragon Fangs, I'm going to buy new ones. I still need to buy the Darkness Bow, I can also do that later, if I think of it anyways. Actually, I think this is fine. I don't need anything from here for now. So we're going to buy the 3rd level spells and also briefly go ahead and pick up a Magos. Once again, the 1 in 4 chance to block attacks that are coming flying towards us. It's kind of the entire idea of this, and I really, really like blocking attacks. So we're going to give this to our ninjas and also summoners. So I'm going to get 3rd level spells here, or level 3 fire, ice and lightning. Slogar, Return, Old Comet. I don't think I need any of those. Actually, Haste Guard could be interesting sometime. Haste all of your characters at the same time. Might actually be a nice support spell, but at the same time, not really useful. Who knows? Could actually be really interesting. Because normally you want to just have Hermes boots equipped at all times, so you are always hasted and cannot be slowed because you're immune to both slow and stop through the Hermes boots. But we could potentially equip something else. Maybe. I don't know. Either way, going into this section here, I hope I have enough flame scrolls to throw, because a lot of these enemies here are going to be susceptible to fire. Naturally, because it's a forest. Oh, wait a second. I have a power bracelet, or power armlets, don't I? I should give Moth the power armlets for more physical damage output. Because there's certain individual enemies that... There we go. That will give me a little bit of trouble. Nothing too bad, but substantial enough that I will want to have at least somebody who can use that efficiently. I think lightning actually heals those guys. Oh, fire heals them. Ew. I think they are also floating, so I'm pretty sure Titan is not going to hit them, are they? Is it? Actually, they are absorbing literally everything, aren't they? So, but they don't have a whole lot of HP. Oh, do I have something physical against those guys? I forgot about them. What about water? Nope, they absorb water as well. Surprisingly good. You don't have anything. I guess that kind of works. They have decent evasion, so... Oh, wizard's hat. You actually have a hat for you, buddy. Wait, wizard's hat doesn't even... It doesn't even increase your spell power. What? Really? Let's see whether Aqua Breath actually works against those guys. Because Aqua Breath is neutral element. Yes, okay, Aqua Breath does work. Somebody learned something. Okay, Fairies learned 3rd level thingy. The chest over here somewhere. Have I played Let's Go Pikachu? No, I have not. And the reason is quite simple. I do not have a Switch to play on. That works pretty well, actually. If only I could give him the gold hairpin. Oh, I'll just use an elixir to heal his MP. So yeah, Agent Malice. I don't have a Switch, and I don't currently have the funds to invest into a Switch. So, yeah. Aquarek ends up coming in handy in a rather unexpected fashion, I guess. Phew. So, because for whatever reason, Aqua Breath is not actually water element. It's neutral element. Just effective against desert type enemies. That's it. And we're running into problems. Here, Gallo. I have an elixir for more Aqua Breath. Not in this encounter, I guess, but generally. I would enjoy the happy grinders in it. I believe it. Let's Go Pikachu, or more specifically, Let's Go Eevee, was actually one of those games that just kind of made me seriously consider trying to figure out how to pick up a Switch. But, well, as I said, it's just not reasonable right now, unfortunately. I know this thing on the left side, for whatever reason, is not useful. Like it's a cottage or something. Neither is this chest. By the way, once again, dagger-type weapons reduce enemy evasion by a good chunk. So it's not surprising when we actually hit with dagger. The speeds of it are harsh right now, lots of resets and points of failure. I see, that makes sense. It's a very RNG heavy game after all, I guess. I did not mean to do that. Oh well. There's an elixir I missed earlier, but that's okay. I'm going to pick up the Aegis shield rather than the flame shield. Wait, does blue not actually give you magic power? Oh, I think Lena just learned throw. So do I want Lena to be the white mage? I already forgot again what my plan was for the end game. So I wanted to have white mage, blue magic and summon. Actually, let's pick up the thing first over here. White mage, blue magic and summon. Yes, okay. Lena finally learned throw, so we can use throw on something else. Summon white mage. I guess this is the easiest I will be able to level white mage in a while, so you get throw. Morning Star. I guess you don't have anything better, do you? Fire! Fire! Fire everywhere! Dum, dum. Dee-dun. Let's see real quick. We still need to get outside and back inside again, so I guess we just stick with the same team for now. Are they taking breaks? Yes. They're only streaming 8 hours a day. Plus, it's not a speedrun per se. It's a challenge run. I dare to say it would be kind of unreasonable of them to just keep going throughout the entire time. Plus, it's no running away, which kind of changes the gameplay drastically, like by a gigantic margin. Let's pick that thing up. I need nothing else. Also, they are playing games that they are not necessarily inherently familiar with, like different versions of games compared to what they may have played in the past or previously. So that also makes a bit of a difference there. Also, they are not necessarily familiar with the speedrun of the individual games. Although they certainly do speedrun some of the games, one way or another. Like 7 Sins is really good at Final Fantasy VII, although BGG as a background Gaia too is also pretty decent at it. However, background Gaia 2 doesn't really know Final Fantasy 2 and 3 all that well. He is, however, rather familiar with 4, 6, 10 as his main Final Fantasies, I think. Yeah, exactly. There's also additional incentives such as beating the additional dungeon and such. Alrighty, so my plan for this place here is actually kind of simple. I am going to go ahead and just turn everybody into summoners. Actually, not everybody. Galef I'm going to keep on whatever he is. So Gaia Gear, Gaia Gear, Gaia Gear. That's why I bought the Gaia Gear, by the way. I'm going to give you the bone mill to speed up this thing a little. So it's essentially, while they are really familiar with Final Fantasy overall, they might not be inherently familiar with individual things. Kind of like me going into the Final Fantasy GBA bonus dungeon here in a second. Actually, see, are they doing anything there? Nope. They're all immune to lightning. Okay, first of all, I'm going to summon Golem. Then we are going to check out the Titan damage. Oh, I didn't think this one through, did I? Titan doesn't deal any damage. Okay, good thing I saved. I forgot that Titan doesn't deal any damage to those thingies. Hey Jumbucko, welcome, how are you doing? Also, is Wellheart still streaming? Because if he is streaming, he's streaming in the exact opposite time zone that I am awake in. Welcome. You're good? That sounds nice, Kidastro. Glad to hear that. I'm doing very hungry right now, but otherwise quite fine, thank you. Oh. Hello! Oh goodness. I was about to take a break because I'm hungry. Background Gaia 2 is now butts, because sure, he is butts. Now, Background Gaia 2, thank you very much for the massive host, I really appreciate that. Welcome everybody. I'm currently giving you a peek into the future as to what is to come for our friendly runners. In Final Fantasy V Game Boy Advance, I have never done the bonus dungeon, so please no spoilers for me either. I am, however, fairly familiar with this game. You could say it's my favorite Final Fantasy. So yeah, welcome everybody, I hope you're doing well. I'm usually doing some speedruns, currently Secret of Mana, 1 player 2 controller. I'm once in a while also going to play a lot of casual games. I like voicing the characters in casual games. However, this year is more of a unplanned challenge run. Yeah, welcome. Hope you're having a pleasant day. Oh, Arceus, thank you for the tier 1 subscription. Welcome. Thank you so much. Well, I'm glad you enjoy your stay. Thank you. Come on, dummy. I need to use blue magic. So for whatever reason, blue magic is non-elemental, despite that it deals 8 times damage against desert enemies. But because those guys absorb water, but not neutral aqua breath, we're fine. So, the summoner idea did not work out at all. I think I did that mistake last time already. So, I'm instead going to go ahead and go with black mages. Let's see whether black mages work out better for me. Do you want to just use shell on the white mage? Maybe. I'm actually going to use a white mage, yes. In this case, I'm also going to use image. And you are going to go ahead and also be a black mage. In theory, this should still not be too bad, despite me kind of derping and not realizing that I actually can't use the thing the way I think I could. Or I thought I could anyways. So let's get this going. Hey BGG, welcome, I hope you're doing well. That one? I can't... well, I guess I can.
Oh, something really bad happened there. Okay, well we'll try this instead. Swoogie, you need to stop dying all the time. My house is on fire right now.
What? Are you okay? BGG loves butterflies. Yes, everybody knows BGG loves butterflies. So... alrighty. Going to a shell. I didn't realize Galuf has a reflect ring on. That's kind of bad, actually. You have Golem? You have Golem. Good. So, black magic... Iraga. The front crystal is, I think, Aqua Rake. So it's not absorbing any element, I don't think. Anyways. Come on. Attack already. You're imitating me. I'm flattered. Oh, right, I don't have elemental rods right now. This is 3000 damage. Those things have 7777 health. If they drop below 3000 health, they will start going crazy. So this is 3000 damage. Actually, 3 black mages just doing Firaga should kill those things outright. I'm a bit worried about Romp's amount of magic right now, though. So I'm waiting until the front crystal attacks. So I have as much time as possible in order to take it out. 1000 damage on the other thing is 2. So this is... Firaga is 25. Okay, Romp has 2 more. I figured this might actually already kill it, but it didn't. So, if they drop below 3000 HP, they go crazy with their attacks and spells. Strong enough to more or less outright kill us, to say the least, which is rather unpleasant if you could allow my wording that way. Alrighty. So this is the Earth Crystal. If you have float, you don't have to worry about this thing at all. So this is 4000 damage. This is actually fine. So I'm waiting until the ATB of my other cactus is going to be full. And then also wait until the Earth Crystal attacks once more. The hand you see in front of my cactus is Golem. Golem is insanely good in this game. Just absorbs a tremendous amount of physical damage. Now let's go. And enjoy your lurk mode. Thank you very much, Arceus. I really appreciate that. And this should do the trick. Okay, 2000 damage on the thing in the back. You have one more Raga left in you. Okay, we need to use summon again. And you are going to use shell on you as well. Just in case stuff goes wrong and they accidentally get to attack actually in the end. So it has currently 3000 damage taken. My Raga will bring it to a decently low amount. So it shouldn't go crazy with its attacks yet. Although actually, wait, I don't have learning equipped. Ah, I could have actually learned Era as in Air 3 from this thing if I had learning equipped, but well, too bad. Waiting until the crystal in the back goes. The crystal in the back is the fastest one of the bunch. So I need to be aware when it's going to get its turn versus when, well, I'm going to get a turn. You have 2 more spells in you. You have only 1, so this is your last one. And this is also your last one. So now I have to figure out how actually to take out that last crystal. Do you have blue magic on you, Galef? Blue magic could actually work pretty well here. Now I wish I could I would have given Galef the full hairpin instead of anybody else. Unless, let's see. They are immune to this thing absorbs fire. It's immune to thunder. What about ice? No, immune to ice as well. That's kind of what I figured. So, Deathclaw can hit. The chance isn't terribly great to hit, because this thing is level 77 with decent amount of magic resistance. So, what are my other options? I can throw a greatsword at it, but your attack power is not that great. So, what about water scrolls? That actually works. Unfortunately, you're the only character who can throw stuff, so you would have to survive for a while here. Yep, that's kind of where that goes. So that's 1000 damage so far from throwing. 2000. I don't think bio works, but I'm going to try. Oh, it doesn't. Immune to that as well. So air knife would deal decent damage here. 300 damage, so 2300 right now. This is 3300. Hey Kaneki, welcome, I hope you're doing well. Air knife is good. 3600, actually a little less. And you're going front row. And you're going to heal up you all the way. So, after this water scroll, he is going to be really close to the next thing. Unfortunately, Galuf is actually going to reflect and heal the thing. Uh-oh. I may have to kill off Galuf here. Yeah, I don't really see anything else I can do with this thing. Alright. Hopefully it doesn't physically attack me just now. Yeah, it doesn't matter. Alright, wish me luck, because this is going to be interesting. I need to deal about 3,200 damage. So 250. What weapon do you have? Air knife, good. So this is about 500. So it's about 1,700. Unfortunately, it's going to go crazy right here. $832 healed. I think you survive another hit. Actually, everybody should survive another hit. We could just go all in. So, it turns out I didn't think this crystal fight us through as much as I hoped I did. So, we need one more turn of full attack and then we should have it. Thankfully I did pick up Shell, I guess. Uh-oh. We should still have it in theory, I think. Come on. Just a little more. Woo! This is one odd boss. It is a very odd boss indeed. Alrighty, I would need to figure out a better strategy for this thing next time. Because actually I'm pretty sure that's exactly what I did last year when I tried to do your challenge run BGG. I thought, oh, I can just AoE it down with Titan. What did I use for AoE? Because I remember killing 3 of the crystals at the same time just by virtue of blasting them with a tremendous amount of firepower. It might have been actually Fire-Raga with flame rods, but I don't have any flame rods anymore, I broke all of them. What did I do? What did I do against this king? Unfortunately, because Galuf is a black mage, he couldn't equip Bone Mill. I have no recollection. Samurai Throw? No, actually I tend to generally avoid Guild Toss, although that would have been probably the easiest way of solving this problem here. Yeah, here's the thing. On top of the rules that are no glitches, no running away, I also decided I'm not going to use Chemist, probably. So I'm not sure about the Chemist because I actually don't know the bosses in the extra dungeon, in the Sealed Temple. So if it turns out that some of the bosses have abilities that just remove my characters from the party, then I am potentially just going to use mix with a Chemist to make everybody heavy so that doesn't happen. But I don't plan on using Chemist currently, and I don't want to use Guild Toss. But that's just kind of a self-imposed thing. Good morning to you, Zinni. Welcome. How are you doing? And Cookie Punch, thank you. Thank you so much for 37 ROMs in a row of support. That's a long time. A really long time. Welcome back. Well, I'm glad you enjoy your stay. Thank you so much, Cookie Punch. Blizzaga! Hey, Reflex Ring actually helps here a bit. That's a lot of damage you deal to yourself, my friend. Thunder Rod, and we are just use Blizzaga. I had no idea that you could beat this guy straight up if you had a Reflex Ring. Probably not. I think he uses Meteor as well. Take this! Oh yeah, Vacuum Wave. Going to be pretty close, guys. Farm the Guild Turtle in GBA, then Guild Toss redirects the game. I never farmed the Guild Turtle. But the way this script works and how you can... Wait, do you have blue magic? There's Meteor. Do you have blue magic? You have blue magic. Ha! I actually got Exploder for a different reason, but this works too. So here's the thing. You can normally not die in this fight. However, self-destruct or using a Phoenix Stone yourself while you have a Bone Mail does the trick. I forgot I had Exploder actually. Alrighty, 5.5 hours into the game, crystals done, we are approaching Xdev's castle. So what I need to do is I need to learn White Wind in Xdev's castle from the Magic Dragons. I need to learn Era. Well, actually, I don't know. I don't know whether I need that, but I want to learn Era from the Magic Dragons as well, the highest level air-based spell. So poor Galuf is gone. And Galuf took his last breath. Some people say in this text box that Galuf has actually died is a bit on the nose, but truth is, very, very frequently in RPGs, you will just kind of go, oh, he will come back eventually. It's a main character, right? But this kind of makes you realize, oh, hey, hang on a second. Once a character remembers they have Phoenix Stone, yes, an elixir, a life in Kiraga. Those portraits look weird to you? Yeah, the portraits are quite disconnected from the actual in-game sprites because they were the art pieces, kind of, I don't know who the artist is, but kind of famous for Final Fantasy box art, and they just imported those portraits from that instead of making pixel arts based on the sprites. I don't know what the story behind it is. I think someone explained it to me once. Chili cheese. Actually, I think... Hang on. Oh, did it actually suggest a thing? Why did my bot not answer then? Hang on. Ah, no, it's there. Chili cheese. Use or fry some potato strips until they're golden. It's a kind of rumple chili. Alrighty. Thank you for the suggestion. No, you did get the correct tic-tac, so thank you for the food suggestion. So yeah, anybody who would like to feed our rabbit some random food, feel free to make suggestions. So actually I haven't really thought about how to take out enemies in Exter's castle, because they are really tough actually. The White Mage doesn't have nearly as much power as I hoped it would. So you're going to be a summoner with throw, I suggest. Elemental, Gaia Gear is good. Boo Boo got you! Thank you for the host, I appreciate that. There is actually recursive delicious, just without the exclamation mark at the beginning. So, actually, I need to learn that. Not going to be initially useful, but we will change that up. Going to be Summoner again with Vigilance so we don't get back attacked. Gaia Gear is fine, gold hairpin for your air knife, sure, why not. And I guess I just keep you as a black mage, don't I? No, actually, you're going to go back to become a... not thief, ninja. Where's the ninja? There you are. Ninja with... black magic actually increases your damage output for throw. So, you have only one air knife? Okay, you don't need an air knife, you get a Magos. Speaking of Magos, you also get one. Elemental armlet. A front row? Alrighty. Wait. How many? 29 flame scrolls, 43 lightning scrolls, 2 water scrolls. This should be fine. Gallows Muck? Wait, Gallows Muck? What is Gallows Muck? Now I'm curious what that does, because I've never done that. So we need to learn White Wind from the Magic Dragons and Air 3, or Era, I guess. Gallows' face appears in the dialogues? That's just weird. I'll need to try that in one of the Forge of Fiestas next year, if I remember. Wait, couldn't we use Confuse? I don't have Confuse. Okay, you throw a lightning scroll at those things. Almost dead. I need to make Lena slightly faster, so... well, maybe not. So one of those contains a crystal shield and the other one contains something else useful. Nice. Learn Calm. Very nice. Diamond shields. Maybe I want to aim him in the back row anyways. Wait, you don't have enough MP? I need to go back in order to get MP, that's... Scrolls so good, yes. I've been just spamming scrolls all the way through this dungeon so far. Or through the game really, as soon as I got them. They are insanely good. The same you did last year? Oh, it's the best thing you can do, I dare to say. Dare to say that's the best thing you can do. The scrolls are just so insanely powerful, and quick animation. And even if they are not strong enough to take out everything in one hit, just because you can throw them so quickly in succession, they are just worth it purely based on that alone. Scrolls 80% of the game, yep. That sounds about right. And then on top of that, ninjas are actually really capable as melee fighters. So that really helps. Right, you don't have anything. And the best thing is they can't even get reflected by enemies. It's just like... Is there any downside to scrolls? I guess they are cost a little bit, but not even much. But the thing is, I actually haven't never done the bonus dungeons of the GBA version. So I have actually no clue what to prepare for, but my plan is currently have 2 magic spellcasters with support magic and summons. And potentially magic damage, I guess. And also have 2 cactus with X-Fight. Mystic Blade, as in Spell Blade. What was the other thing? Stuff. There's X-Fight, Mystic Blade. Oh yeah, and dual wield with the ninjas. And then everybody also gets to master the monk class. So that's my current plan. By the way, BGT, what's your stance on using the quick save in order to avoid encounters potentially? Like, in Guild Turtle Cave, you can just completely get a ton of money. That counts as encounter evasion? Alrighty. What about using quick save to force certain encounters to appear? Such as Mighty Guards. Thinger. Whatever that's called in the GBA version. Like, is encounter manipulation for that a thing? I know that it's basically mentioned no step manipulation. You're not sure about it? You're 50% of the people essentially relevant in that. So I'm actually curious about that now. Essentially, it's very straightforward actually. If you want to get a certain encounter in this game, all you need to do is just quick save with the GBA version, then load. Nice. Quick save, load, and the second encounter will be the rare encounter. You personally wouldn't do it. So no movers for me? No. Fair enough. Okay, so I'm going to avoid that too. Because I didn't even think about this until literally just now. It's like, oh yeah, that could be considered step manipulation. That's not allowed? Oh goodness, alrighty. Rip me. You're going to become a blue mage for now. Wait, you already have blue. You don't become a blue mage. Let's see, how much intelligence do you have? 51. Pretty decent. So in this case, you are going to be the Beastmaster for now. Ice shield. Okay, a bit more than 1,000. This is going to kill them anyways. You're not going to be able to catch it, I know that. The idea is the spirit of the game run, unless less glitch and manipulate play, knowledge comes but exploiting game code to do things outside of its generally frowned upon. Alright, fair enough. Makes sense to me. Again, I didn't really think of that until basically just now. Do you have daggers? I have a knife. I want to keep that. Do you want that? There's a dagger. I figured dagger shouldn't deal that much damage, so I should be able to catch it reasonably easily. Nice. Hi Wells, welcome. How are you doing? Okay. Number 2 acquired. So you're going back in the front row, buddy, in order to more easily catch stuff. Actually, I'm going to do this differently. The attack. Wait, I didn't do the... Oh, I'm a dummy. I didn't do the thing that I need to do. Turn somebody into a Beastmaster. You're doing well. First off work. Welcome home. Glad to hear you're doing well, Wells. Beastmaster. Actually, no, black. Maybe I should have bought more high potions. Nope, I feel like I should have bought more high potions. Shouldn't matter in the end. Probably. It is not enough damage this time. Shadow Ball. Still too strong. Yeah, that's what I figured. What do you have as weapons? This would be way too strong. Mage Smasher, let's see. Looks good. Pretty sure you can catch this now. So, you are now going to be Summoner again with Throw. Actually no, I'm going to make you Black Mage with Throw instead. No, so we have actually magic as backup. Frost Rod specifically for the next section. You actually get a Reflect Ring this time. And you... actually there's no dudes to... that's actually... there is dudes to catch, never mind. I wish I got I can do this at the top, it's fine. But you actually do need vigilance, don't you? Because nobody else has it. My gosh! My gosh! Right, let's do this. I actually don't want the encounters in this room here because they are really, really unhealthy. Yeah, blue magic. I feel like I should use flame scrolls whenever I have an opportunity to not worry about them absorbing it. Actually, I don't think any enemy absorbs that stuff here. I don't have enough softs to do this here, do I? Alright, we'll just throw some more scrolls. You're not going to deal as much damage, are you? Nope. Decent, but no cigar. Can you catch this thing? Ah. Oh, they are weak to lightning? I actually had no idea about that. There's a elixir over there. There's also a Hayari bow in the wall. Not going to worry about those for now. Talon, thank you for the 50 bits. I appreciate those. I don't care about the weapons left and right. One is a samurai weapon, one is a night exclusive weapon. I wish I had control or gained control earlier than this on my Beastmaster. Would make this a lot safer running through here. Oh, let's see how this is going to go. There's money over here. I kinda need money. Oh, I forget. Wait, that's not money, that's elixir. Oh. Hey, the hunter, welcome, and thank you. I appreciate those kind words. Wind slash! That's blue magic. Ouch! Well, that was a lot more damage than I anticipated. Can I sleep here? No. I know I can do this. That's 25% damage. And now I can catch you. So, the reason why I caught the enemies that I did catch is because now I have 25% damage abilities on all of my characters. Basically caught as enemies. And this will allow me to easily avoid getting killed. Actually, do you want to... I think I want you to be able to lose Black Mage as well for now. I can kill the enemy that way around. Derp. Words are difficult. Do you have a... Oh. I wish I didn't blow up that other Frost Road now. So you're going to briefly be White Mage, just so I can revive this other guy. Then you turn back into a ninja with blue magic for more throw power. Elemental on you. And Budgie. And you also actually get an elemental. Because you're in the front row, makes more sense. If you ask me, psychic types don't necessarily equal the guys being particularly smart. Oh, right. I'd rather use fire here against this guy. The thunder he absorbs. If you think about Psyduck in the anime, he's not the smartest cookie. He's adorable though. So we can pretty much blow up most of the enemies thanks to Black Mages. And fire 3. Oh, or not. I thought we could. This guy has way more HP than I expected. That's the money. Uh-oh. This is the worst room here. Okay. We are fine-ish. Wait, didn't we figure out that this guy was susceptible to lightning? Ouch. Okay. We should be able to take them out with just one more lightning scroll. Alrighty, and here our Romp Ninja just learned Throw, so you can also become a Black Mage with Throw now. Hooray, you're also going back into the back row now. I really should have bought more high potions. Oh well. It'll be fine. Maybe. The Varkan Barb. I do want Carbuncle, there's not even a question about that. But you are going to be a Geomancer for a second here, so we don't take any damage from the floor tiles. I just still didn't learn White Wind, but I can do this later on as well, and also on the top of the area. Too much. There we go. So, we would take damage from those lava tiles if I didn't have a Geomancer in my party. So, now, mode of operation. We go up and save. Yes, this area here is not safe, especially the one lava room has blue dragons in it. Those blue dragons are actually not just one blue dragon, it's multiples. That's kind of the spooky thing about it. Twinlands, and getting over to Carbuncle. So, in order to take out this guy, I'm actually... I'll need you. I'm going to turn you into a cool dude real quick. Actually, before you do that... You know what, I don't even need to do that, I just realized. I'm just going to use you for healing instead. Now that I've already transformed you into other stuff, might as well. Because this guy here is rather special. So you can see, he targets himself in order to cast fire and stuff at me, right? So he has reflect on him right now. The thing is... I cannot directly target him with spells. I could do the same trick as he does, target my own character and heal my, my allies that way. Or, well, target him that way around. Whatever. Either way, after I think 3 or 4 spells, he will start healing himself, essentially going into a different phase. I think he just switched. No, he didn't. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to wait, because when he switches and becomes a different minion slash monster, what he will do is cure himself just a little bit, even though I didn't attack yet. But he's also then susceptible to instant death moves, such as Break. And Carbuncle is a really handy summon because it casts Reflect on my entire party. Alright, you're also now going to be Black Mage with Throw for now. Throw is so crazy good. So there is money on the chest on the far right over the lava, but I'm actually really worried about my resources, so I'm going to take the shortest possible path to go straight to the boss. I think I will still fight Gilgamesh though. Oops. That's the thing. Also, I need some dudes with learning here. Also somebody with confusion. So I'm going to use... Why did I not buy confuse of with a white mage? That's just silly. My best other option is really to just use a dancer for trying to confuse enemies that way. So, vigilance so we don't get back attacked. Reflection. Ninja suit ribbon. In the back row. And you are going to go ahead and... Do you have learn? You don't have learn. In this case, you're actually going to become a blue mage with throw instead. I think that makes more sense. Batman! Blue mage with throw and elemental no bone mail, please. Get a thunder rod though for throwing thunder scrolls. And you don't need to be a geomancer anymore. You are going to be a ninja. That's not a ninja. A ninja with learning for now. Okay, so we have the highest possible chance of actually getting abilities that I'm looking for. Yeah, he's still fighting Gilgamesh. Yep, that's the plan. So, let's see. Not you. Oh, I can't run away, of course. Derp. You don't deal a whole lot of damage with this. Well, that's awkward. Learn flirt. Flirt is, I think, stop rather than confusion, unfortunately. And you don't throw anything, actually. Throwing lightning scrolls with you and with you. I don't intend to grind here. Power stuff, okay. That's oddly convenient, I guess. I can berserk now somebody by just using the power stuff. Rain, by the way, goes through reflect. He just killed his buddy. Meanwhile, I'm waiting for that specific encounter I'm looking for with the little red rabbits. Going to pick up those things. Fuma Shuriken is a throwing weapon for a ninja, and that throwing weapon is insanely strong. Like insanely strong. Like really, really insanely strong. I do have another Thunder Rod, don't I? So why did I not think of this before, I wonder? To improve the scrolls damage with the appropriate element of thunder. Holy wow. Just one shot. Alright. Nope. Break. He just broke himself. I guess I could do physical attack as a second attack in order to kill those guys. Come on, I need the little red rabbits, please. There we go. Okay. So what I need to do is first of all kill off the golem. The way we do this is by just throwing a soft at him. Because when you soft something that is inherently supposed to be stone, or gold needle I guess it's called in this game, it instantly dies. So now I need Tempting Tango, thank you, and you use White Wind on me, please. That's the entire reason why I'm doing this, I need White Wind. Arise. It's the wrong ability. White Wind, please. There we go. Alrighty. For this we are learning White Wind. We also see exactly how much HP this thing has, because White Wind heals exactly however much. HP they have. Learn White Wind. Sweet. So the only downside right now is I haven't learned Air 3 yet, but I don't even know whether I will need this. So, fighting Gilgamesh time. What do I want to do? Just throw more Thunder Scrolls at him? Yeah, sure, why not? Actually, I don't need you as a dancer anymore. You can go back to being summoner with vigilance. Because we're likely going to run into more encounters around here anyways. Okay, let's go. Gilgamesh! Yep, that one. Ouch. Summon Titan. Why did I not use a tent in order to sleep? Oh well, I can do this after Gilgamesh, I guess. I like how Lena almost one-shot Steve the Black Warlocks here too. So Gilgamesh is more annoying rather than anything else, but because I'm not really equipped to survive a war of attrition, I pretty much have to try and take him out rather quickly. You have this ability. Use Golem for physical defense, and you actually don't have the useful thing. You have White Wind though. Sure, why not? Wait, Blizzaga? I thought I was using Thundaga. Wait. I would need to reset in order to steal the Genji helmet. Oh, I guess we're not going to get a Genji helmet. Sorry guys. Song is really good. It is. There we go, Thundaga is better. I didn't use the wrong ability there. I wanted to use Titan. Pon's Chorus. Rip Genji Helm indeed. Time Slip. Oh, I didn't realize you couldn't cast spells as a frog. More like I forgot. Pretty sure I knew at some point. So by the way, Time Slip inflicts sleep and also aging status. Aging is really bad for you, because it reduces your level gradually, which means... You know how much damage he dealt earlier with his attacks, with his throw? Well, it's going to be significantly less now. Although I already win as soon as he starts dialoguing. So the power of summoners and black mages and ninjas, even without proper preparation or anything like that, is just insane. Now we fight like men, and ladies who dress like men. For Gilgamesh, it is morphing time. Gilgamesh, morph. Now that it's mine. Let's see how good this Excalibur really is. Speaking of which, I still don't know which weapons I'm going to be using on my second dual wielding character, dude. I guess I'm just going to pick up all the legendary weapons and see how good they are going to be in terms of raw attack power. Brave Blade and Ragnarok is going to be one of the characters with X-Fight. Assuming you can do that. Is it within the FFF rules to lose a battle, so you just can redo it with a different setup? I think so, yeah. I mean, that's also something you would kind of do in a casual playthrough too, potentially, where you just feel like, oh, right, I wanted to do this, and then you just redo the thing. You mean you can just reset? Yeah, but when you say you can just reset, that's not necessarily always true, is it? Because if you think about it, you can also just reset. Hang on. Oops. You can also just reset in Final Fantasy 1 after saving and then running into an encounter, right? Because, oh, that's the wrong setup for the encounter. But that would be avoiding encounters in that case. In this case, it's clear forward. Clear forward? Straightforward. Sure, you can, but I think it's still worth explaining usually. Alrighty. Tent. I bought 31 tents, I still have 15. Alrighty. And earlier in the castle I caught enemies that have a specific type of attack. That attack includes hitting an enemy for 25% of their maximum HP, which means I'm going to be able to one-shot, well, I guess 4-shot, any boss or enemy that has less than 40,000 HP. And the Gilgamesh coming up has just something over 36,000 HP. So... right, I was wondering whether there were still encounters here, and yes there are. So, and Gilgamesh has just over 36,000 HP, but 4 times 25% damage is easily enough to just straight up kill. And that's the plan. Oh, I didn't realize that the Black Warlock would survive. And yeah, what BGG says, I think that's pretty much the best explanation about it. Alrighty, and we are going to use a Beastmaster here. You got... I don't know. There's nothing really useful that we can equip aside from them just actually being Beastmasters. Do you plan on using a chemist BGG? Actually, I don't know whether you have any plans at all so far. You don't know this game enough to use a chemist or Beastmaster? Beastmaster is somewhat straightforward-ish, but I get your idea. Chemist? Yeah, considering the way you play, you don't look up stuff. That also makes a lot of sense. I'm actually going to be curious how that works out, because in this case, normally in my Final Fantasy Fiesta playthroughs, I like to just look up stuff in order to devise the best possible strategy. You're the wrong type of white character! Whoops. Whoops. Biggest whoops. So I'm going to die here because I turned Kryle or Kara, I guess, into a white mage because it looked like that would be the Beastmaster thing. It isn't. Hurt me. So essentially, certain enemies have an ability that heals 25% of their enemy's HP in damage, and that works on bosses. Also, X-Def if you decide to not use this kind of cheese strategy. What I recommend you do is try to push him as quick as possible into the second phase and use some form of reflect. Because then you can easily survive. Like Golem plus Carbuncle will keep you alive indefinitely in the second phase. Okay, let's not be stupid this time, please. Not even going to select the secondary abilities because it's just not necessary. By the way, fun fact. First turn of Gilgamesh, he has a 2 in 3 chance to cast Doom, which puts a Doom clock over your head, or whatever it's called in this version here. Which means 2 out of 3 times he will not get to do anything else. 1 in 3 he will do a physical attack like he just did. He'll just fly me over. Sure, why not? Wow. 1 in 9. So, Blaze from the Magic Dragons is a 25% ability. And we win! Hooray! Yeah, I've never done the bonus dungeon, and I plan on going in there blind, so please no spoilers or anything like that, so I'm kinda curious. Because there's going to be guaranteed to be some stuff that is just going to be... Well, I have no idea how to handle this thing. And greetings to you, Kuraga. Thank you for the good luck. Can definitely use it. So yeah. The thing is, I have an easy time cheesing Omega and also Shinryu. Which, by the way, those are the glitches, that's just cheese. But I will have a lot of trouble trying to defeat... anything beyond that, because it's an optional dungeon after the final boss. Oh, we gotta need... I mean, you could come over here, BGT, because the times you stream at, you just need to get up at 4 AM, which isn't really that much earlier than where I get up. It works pretty well. So, okay, I don't even know whether I need any equipment from you guys, but I'm just going to unequip all, keep you two. And what I'm going to do with you, probably just a Black Mage. Ninja, Black Mage, one or the other. Yes, okay, Black Mage it is with... image. And you're going to get the... Didn't I have a power rod somewhere? I thought I had a power rod. Is that only for... There, power staff. Oh, it's a staff. Gotcha. Fine, we can work with this. Okay. Actually meant to eat something like 2 hours ago. Yep. When he spent a month in Japan, he woke up at 4 AM every day anyway. Was that jet lag, or did he just want to do stuff that early? Princess Salsa! Isn't that the monkey from Mother 3? Alrighty, after the next boss I'm actually probably just going to postpone the rest of the run for tomorrow. Because there's so many things going through my head as to what I want to do, how I want to do it. Plus I really need some food. Did I just beat Final Fantasy 2? What? Who? Salsa was her name in the terribly translated PlayStation 1 version. Oh, I see. Actually, you could interpret the Japanese name like Salsa. I don't think that's necessarily wrong. Although, there's no doubt that the PlayStation version has some very questionable translation. In Final Fantasy 2, there is a fake ending where you think you won and everyone dances. Ah, gotcha. By the way, fun fact. You can softlock here. Let's say you kept Butts and also Kara here at level 1 throughout, or well, level 3 and level 1 respectively, because that's the lowest possible levels, and you took all their equipment away, and you didn't give them anything to defeat the antline with that would be particularly useful, you actually would not be able to complete this, I don't think. Well, maybe with a bit of luck, some way, one way or another. Because there's actually no enemies at all in this entire section until after the antline is dead. I think you can softlock here. Let's see. You have no money to use Guild Toast. Actually, Guild Toast wouldn't even work because you don't have enough levels to deal any damage. What other things could you do without equipment for that matter? Without equipment you would be a one-shot anyways to that thing. So Samurai is actually one of your best jobs, just because it allows you to have an innate dodge chance. If everyone's dancing in a Final Fantasy game, it's not over yet. Tula has the lowest equipment sold on Magic, right, but you would not leave the character or the player with absolutely anything at all, so you would just get rid of all the money too. Bobby Corbin! Right. What's actually the deal with Bobby Corbin in Final Fantasy 9? I actually don't know that one. I mean, this is kind of a gold chocobo. I would say we can let that count as gold. By the way, BGG, let's say I were to finish my session in the Void, save reset, and I'm fully aware as to which encounters are going to be happening in the first few steps. Is that still against the rules of the Final Fantasy Fiesta? By the way, the reason why I have a white mage and a black mage in my party is the black mage is for dealing damage. White mage is for making the antline incapable of doing anything. It's innocent. It's not like it's intentional. It's like Final Fantasy VI magic block. It's part of the game that can't be avoided. Alrighty, that sounds fair. I'm just going to take 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 really quick breaks and just reset the game doing it. That would be horrible. Let's not do that. So, image. This guy can only physically attack and harm me. And if you have a power staff, it will cast Berserk on the enemy. Image absorbs 2 physical attacks entirely. What weapon do you have? Air knife, that's wrong. Crossroad is fine. Use Blizzaga here. Oh, wait a second. I forgot, you can actually put this guy to sleep. That will probably be a lot easier. Oh well. Doesn't make much of a difference now. I always forget that you can sleep this guy. Sleeping him would be so much easier to deal with. He only has 8000 HP. But boy, let me tell you, when I do a solo character challenge runs, I like to keep my other characters at the lowest possible level. And this guy is a real pain if you have a level 3 Butts and a level 1 Kara. Even if with equipment and trying to prepare as good as possible. Alrighty, and this is the antline. As mentioned, I think I'm just going to be calling it for today. Once again, I thank you all for dropping by, being around, being awesome one way or another. I hope you enjoyed the show, and make sure to follow Background Gaia too for a really pleasant channel to lurk in. And well, I hope you enjoyed that show here as well. By the way, in case you're curious why I'd unequipped the other guys, I unequipped Ferris because Ferris only rejoins you here, and Lena is actually not going to join us until way later. Also, there's a particular thing that will come in soon into World 3, by the way, which I don't necessarily want to straight up tell BGG, because I'm pretty sure he didn't realize that last year, and I'm not sure whether I should tell you that now. That would be kind of mean, because there's a certain mechanic that I think is really strong. No running away from encounters. Basically a brief later on. Either way, I think it's better if I just continue this tomorrow, also for that reason. Because I'm really looking forward to 7 Cents, but also Background Gaia, to playing Final Fantasy V. You know, it's a lot like me watching you guys play Final Fantasy 1. I know certain things that at least Background Gaia missed. But honestly, in the end, it made it even more epic and awesome to watch, even though I kind of was, I want to tell you something. But again, it was even more awesome afterwards. Okay, that's that. Thank you very much for watching, for listening, for lurking. I hope you enjoyed the show, and maybe until next time. Take care, everybody. Enjoy your dinner?